Welcome to Frequency Matters, the RF and microwave update. I'm Pat Hindle, and I'm here with Gary Lerude, my co-host. A Happy New Year to everybody. I hope you had a nice holiday season. As you can see, we're in the Star Wars theme here. Our January issue is radar and antenna themed, and we have a cover story which talks about the different semiconductor technologies that can be applied to the IFF radar market. So currently, silicon bipolar is the dominant technology. But with some new requirements, GaN and LDMOS could become a dominant technology in the future. So it talks about the trade-offs that are made for that. How about on the technical features, Gary?
So on the technical features, we have 5 articles, 2 on the radar theme. The first one by Phonon on matched filters for pulse compression radar. And then a similar one by Rodian Schwartz on how to test pulse compression radars, given the characteristics of those are not straightforward. Then on the antenna theme, we have 2 articles, one by MI Technologies on designing anechoic chambers. That's interesting. It's a first of a 2-part series. The first part is focusing on the absorber material and how you characterize that. And then a real practical article that's very interesting to me in particular on designing an antenna for a mobile handset. And the challenge here, as you well know, is you've got to cover a broad band because of all the frequency bands. You've got to do it in a small size, and it's got to be very cheap. So the article covers the trade-offs and the resulting performance, which is quite interesting. And then our 5th article is by Remcom. It's on computer-aided design, full-wave matching circuit design with circuit-level optimization. So it combines the precision of 3D simulation with circuit optimization to get the best of both. So those are our technical features. How about the product features?
Yeah, so for the product features, we have 2 new software releases. The first is from CST. Their Studio Suite 2016 has been released, and that has new performance and features that are added to their suite. And then we have the ComSol Multiphysics 5.2 release, and that builds on their application-based platform where you can actually build a model and then save it as an app for other people to use. I really think that's an interesting approach that may take hold in the future for other companies.
Yeah, it's very convenient.
Yeah. Then there's a 3rd product feature from Berkeley Nucleonics, and that talks about their real-time spectrum analyzer, which is a very compact and low-cost model. How about for tech briefs?
So we have 2 tech briefs, one from QRC Technologies, a wideband scanning receiver, goes from 400 megahertz to 4.4 gigahertz. It covers all the communication standards, and it's really designed for cellular drive testing. And we tend to take the cellular bands for granted and things work, but there's a lot of field testing, and this is used to do that. The second product is from Regal Technologies. It's a signal generator, actually 2 models, one that goes to 1.5 gigahertz, the other goes to 3 gigahertz. Very low price, built-in sweep and some modulation functions. It will have up to 20 dBm output power and a phase noise of minus 115 dBc per hertz, single sideband. So a very affordable signal generator for many applications.
Yeah.
So how about news this week?
Yeah, so turning to the news, the thing that caught my eye was Ericsson and Verizon announced that they're going to jointly develop and deploy a cellular, low-power, wide-area networking solution for IoT applications. So this will really enable LTE networks with the ability to handle low-power, low-cost connections. So Ericsson will implement their solution on the Verizon LTE network and really broadly expand its capability to handle all types of devices from IoT to cellular connections. I think this is a really good approach, something that they should take in mind for 5G. In 5G, we're always focused on the high throughput, low latency connections, but you really need to overlay another layer for the IoT applications that are lower data rate and lower power.
Yeah, it seems like the IoT applications are really starting to appear now, and companies like Ericsson and the cellular providers like Verizon don't want to let that market get away from them.
Yeah, they can. It's the next big thing. How about you? What did you see?
So the big news, the year is starting off with a bang again in the consolidation area. We've heard that Qualcomm and TDK are forming a joint venture. So it takes Qualcomm's RF360 semiconductor business with the EPCOS part of TDK doing filters, puts them together in a single JV so they can provide end-to-end solutions in terms of front-end modules for handsets. I think this is a good move on Qualcomm's part. They had a gap without having filter technology. They could certainly engage filter suppliers, but then they had to deal with a stacked margin problem. Now this puts everything together under one umbrella, if you will, and I think it gives them a much stronger market position with their RF360 initiative. And ironically or coincidentally, the new JV is called RF360 Holdings.
Yes. Well, it'll be interesting how that lines up against, the Skyworks and Corvo solutions, because they have that capability for the filtering internal.
Right. It seems like initially the stocks all took a hit, but if you look at it, this deal, this JV won't close until early 2017, and then it's going to take them 18 months to 2 years to probably get products out on the market. So I think there's a period of time for the Skyworks and Corvos and others to try to solidify their position in the market.
And so turning to events, we have some big announcements about EdIcon China.
Yeah.
So we had previously mentioned that EMC China will be co-locating with us in Beijing. So this adds a whole new EMC conference to the EdIcon platform. In addition, now the Chinese Radar Industry Association will be joining us. So they have a 2-day event focusing on radar technology that will co-locate with us. So we have 4 tracks of EMC, 5 tracks with EdIcon, and a full 2 days of radar technology in the Chinese Radar Industry Association seminar. So quite a lot going on there. It's really going to bring the event to the next level. I mean, now it's really going to be a powerhouse event covering all technologies from EMC to high frequency to high speed electronics.
Yeah, when I was in China recently, we had a conversation or a meeting with the Radar Industry Association, and it was good to see that coming to fruition.
Yeah, that
now.
kind of solidified everything, so
Yeah.
we're ready to go now.
Excellent.
And I'll be heading out to DesignCon, so if anybody's going to be in Santa Clara, just look me up and I'll be there. How about you for your travel plans?
Well, I'm going to be here for a while. I was kind of wishing I could go to the Consumer Electronics Show, but didn't make it out there. That's always an interesting show with a lot of new things that are put on the table. The thing that has caught my mind, but I'm still struggling with it, is the Samsung smart refrigerator. It's called a smart product, but I'm not sure a smart refrigerator isn't dumb. I'm still trying to understand the use case, but that's one thing I think, again, the Internet of Things coming into the home and trying to create connectivity. It'll be interesting to see how that develops. Anything from consumer electronics catch your attention?
Oh yeah, a couple did. I want the personal transportation drone, so I can't afford a flying car, so I'm hoping to buy one of those if they're low enough in cost so I can get to work quickly.
Yeah, you can avoid that traffic jam on 128.
Right over it, I hope.
Excellent.
And I also saw the virtual reality helmet that's put out by Daiquiri. Actually, some ex-Macom people are now working for that company. And they make a augmented reality helmet that actually projects onto the work surface what things you need to do. So it can run you through instructions on testing something or assembling something, and it projects that in 3D right onto what you're working on. So there's no mistakes, and you don't have to look anything up in a manual. Everything's just projected right in front of you and walked you through the process. So that's interesting.
That's another area we're going to see a lot of evolution in the coming years.
Yes, definitely.
So anything else for this episode?
No, I think that about takes care of it for today.
All right. Well, we want to thank you for watching and particularly thank our sponsor, Mini Circuits, for making this program possible. You can find out about Mini Circuits products at their website, www.minicircuits.com. And until our next episode, may the force be with you.